What is up, people? This is JohnLovesAnime here, and welcome to an early bird special of Otaku Talks, where we're not hangovered. I'm not hangovered, but I guess I just got out of work. You could say I'm hangovered from work, but that's aside the point. Well, joining me today is a very special interview because I've always wanted to have a conversation with my next guest here. They are a hellhound, and I've heard many things about this particular VTuber from a lot of places, as well as from the internet and some Wikipedias. I'm here with the one and only Mumu Guru, or as Mumu. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, hello. Why do I feel shy suddenly? I can do it. I can do this.
You can do this. I believe you. I believe in you. You got this. You got this. You know.
Wait, no stutter. Okay. Hi, I'm Momo, and I'm a hellhound VTuber who streams to that streams and fuck, I'm so bad at introducing myself. Yeah, I'm Momo, a hellhound VTuber, and I'm very here today. I'm very here.
Yeah, yes, you're very here. Well, I'm very happy for you to be here, Mubu. And don't worry, I know you're nervous, and just as much as I am, I'm very nervous because I've always heard a lot of great things about you, and you've been doing this for quite a while. So I'm very honored and very happy for you to be here and for you to take out of your busy schedule to join me today, especially from your Toad karaoke earlier today.
Oh yeah, it still hurts.
Yeah, I can clearly hear that, especially, you told me behind the scenes that you were doing it for about an hour, over an hour, singing like Toad, which I will commend you on your duration of how you're able to do it and pull it off, but I feel bad for your throat, and hopefully you don't lose it tomorrow.
Hopefully, yes, I still have work.
Right. But Momo, I'm very happy for you to be here. And I just want to start off a little bit simple. I like to start with my very simple question. And just to start off, I want to ask you, just plain and simple, what is your favorite food?
Oh, okay, I have two. Well, one is not exactly a favorite food, it's more like a favorite type of stuff I like. And okay, I'm gonna say it's gonna make sense. So my first favorite food is like, it's a dish. It's a French dish. It's a French meal. It's called salmon blanket. And second one is like anything with tortilla.
Ayo, I like tortillas. But what kind of tortilla? That's the question.
Honestly, if you just feed me any kind of tortilla, I'll be happy.
Right. Like flour. I like flour when it comes to burritos, but if I like a taco, I like corn tortilla.
Ooh.
Especially homemade, because I make them homemade, family, and stuff like that. Flour is easier. Corn, oh my god, that took like hours to make some corn tortillas.
I don't cook. I'm terrible at cooking.
You're terrible at cooking. Have you cooked before?
Yes, I did. I can only cook like, okay, I'm good at cooking any type of noodles, but the second I stray away from noodles, it becomes a disaster.
Okay, name the last time that you cooked something that's other than noodles.
Oh god. It was like, okay, there was two instances. One when I cooked with my friend telling me what to do because I was gonna eat raw mushrooms.
Okay.
And the second one, I tried to cook some beef, and it was it turned very dark. It was very crispy, I can say.
Like jerky, or like
it was
how did you cook
it was burnt to a crisp. It was burnt to a crisp.
Do you have pictures of some of your cooking? Like,
oh my god, I don't think I do because I'm so ashamed every time I throw them away.
Aww. I was gonna say, like, I wasn't gonna show on stream. I want to see them. I could say that there are some cooking that I'm not good at. I can tell you that I burned the rice, like when I just made rice before. But it was totally my fault that I went to took a shower. And I thought maybe I'll be faster than the rice boiling, and then surely enough, when I got out of the shower, the rice like like absorbed all the rice, and then it got burnt, and then it sticked in the pan, and then I had
Oh
to
no.
I had to throw out the entire thing to the trash, and my mom was like, mijo, why are we missing a pot?
Oh my god.
And it was not a cheap pot. That was like a $50 pot.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
And
Nice.
my mom was like, she's Hispanic. I mean, and Mexican mothers. I mean, hell, if you throw away a pan or a pot or something, you're dead. You're dead. So I told my mom, and then next thing you know, my mom was like, next time, don't shower when you're cooking. Just don't do that. Like, finish cooking, then go shower. Or shower and then you cook,
Yeah, she's kind of right. Well, I don't have this issue because I have a rice cooker, so it's easy.
Right. Um, let's see. Tell her you threw away $200 pot. No, okay. If it was $200, expect Mumu to see me down in hell. Like Mumu's gonna see me down there. And she'll be like, "Oh, why are you here? Oh, you threw away a $200 pot. Okay, that makes sense."
Yeah, understandable.
But well, I mean, I was gonna ask you like if what did you do on Thanksgiving? Like, I don't know if you cooked or you just eat what's over there or something that's within the season of foods.
Oh my god, I love Uber Eat.
You love Uber Eats.
Yes, that's all I can say. That's all I eat.
What do you usually order from Uber Eats?
Oh, Subway! It's my favorite
Oh.
fast food brand.
What is your usual order at Uber
Okay.
in Subway? Like, give me the rundown of usual ordering.
Okay, so I take any bread I feel like eating on the day. So either Italian, white bread, anything that I feel like eating on this day. And then it's always the same thing inside. I put some teriyaki chicken.
Okay.
Some jalapenos.
Okay.
Some mustard and honey sauce.
Okay.
And that's it. Of course, there's the cheese too. There's the cheese too.
Oh, okay. What kind of cheese? Like American or
American,
cheddar?
yeah.
Okay.
American.
Toasted?
Mm.
Okay. But that's I need to try it. Like, I don't know. You might have to write it down for me. That way, if I ever go to Subway, I'll give it a try. Then I'll call it I'll call it the Moo sandwich. That way, I'll be sure. Like, I'll give you a verdict. Or like, let me give this a try. I'll even do a foot long sandwich. Like I won't be a coward. I'll eat the whole entire thing.
Yeah, you showed it's very good.
All right. And how's your bank account? Like, do you order Uber Eats every day? Like, like every time or more than once a day?
Depends. When I have very busy weeks at work, I order it like twice a day. When I don't, I order Uber Eats like 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay.
That's still a lot. That's still
I
quite a lot.
was gonna say, which I was gonna say, I hope your bank account's okay, but also, I hope you have a throne so that way you have like Uber Eats like gift cards. People can like gift you some gift cards to help you with your Subway addiction.
It's okay. My chat pays for my Subway most of the time. I'm just like, damn, I kind of want to eat a Subway, and then I have someone in chat going, "Here you go, baby girl, lip bite."
Lip bite? Oh man.
Lip bite?
Lip bite? Okay, well somebody said, ask her what she thinks of ham and cheese on a croissant. Why are you looking at me angry? I'm the interviewer. I just get the questions from the audience. Like, don't look at me like you're going to kill me. Like, yeah, well, why yeah, what do you think about that? This ham and cheese on a croissant.
No. This is okay. Context, I am French, and this is the worst thing you could ever say to a French person. Do not put ham and cheese in the fucking croissant!
But okay, well, I'm sorry, because, I usually, because I know, like, there's, like, fast food restaurants that uses the croissant for like sandwiches, like like breakfast sandwiches. Don't look at me angry. Like I could just see like she's like moves like sucking like people's lives and souls, like going to attack me. Like listen, I like listen. Like, look, like I like a breakfast croissant. Like the egg and cheese, and the bacon or sausage, or as a sandwich, like a regular sandwich, or maybe just by itself. I like the bread is very soft.
Yeah. The way you're supposed to eat the croissant is either with butter, with chocolate, or you dip it into your coffee.
I never tried it with dipping on coffee. I have tried croissants like the chocolate like filled in there, but not like dip it in coffee.
Well, it's a very, very French thing to do.
Okay, I'll definitely give it a try if I ever get a croissant. Which, again, don't kill me. Like I know I've probably murdered a bunch of croissants and eaten them on probably the worst way possible on your eyes, but let's just say that I don't know how to eat croissants. You have to educate me.
Okay, this is fine for now. Just don't do it again, please. No more ham and cheese croissant.
I feel like moving, like I'll go to a drive-through and then like I'd be like, can I have? But then there's like moving like give me the eyes. You're like, don't do it. Don't order this. And I'm like, okay, I'd like to have a breakfast platter, But aside from people massacring the perfect croissant, now you mentioned earlier that with all these foods and so forth, I found it in Wikipedia. I'm very curious about this. I don't know if this is true or not, but I found it on like a VTuber Wikipedia that somewhere in the tags, there's like ASMR, which you've done ASMR that you've mentioned, but then also mention of mukbangs, which have you ever done mukbang content within your time as a VTuber or something? Because they mentioned mukbangs within this Wikipedia.
I did. Not a lot, but I did. It's mostly like, I think a few times. Like the very spicy curry noodles?
Yeah.
The challenge that everybody's always like crying about. Like multiple times I've ate them on stream, like with handcam and stuff like this, and I gotta say, I was disappointed. It wasn't spicy at all. I was like, that's the thing people cry about. That's it. Oh my god.
Now, what is the biggest mukbang that you've done? You mentioned like spicy noodles, but like, which one would you say was the biggest amount of foods you've eaten? Like on one of those mukbangs?
Honestly, I'm not a really big eater, so the most food I've ate was like 20 chicken nuggets plus maxi Big Mac plus fries and a milkshake.
And how did that turn out?
It turned out in some explosive diarrhea.
Oh! Oh, I feel bad for your toilet. Rest in peace, Probably the soul was fucking absorbed from all that.
Yes. That was something.
Yeah. Are you lactose intolerant?
Yep.
Oh my god, no, how do I figure that out of you having explosive diarrhea? I'm like, I have lactose intolerance, so I'm like, I think you and me be twinning right now of lactose intolerant and eating dairy stuff, even though they don't kill us, but we still eat them.
Cause it's so good.
Right. I mean, I've eaten ice cream, regardless. Like like those little small buckets. I don't know if you see like those little small tubs.
Oh yeah. Like Ben and Jerry stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've eaten those, because I love them. I love them. And they're like my own personal ice cream. And I'm like, mine! No sharing,
Yeah, that's the perks of living alone is you don't have to share anything.
Yeah, lucky you, I have a cat. Yeah, the cat be like, lick, lick, lick,
Oh yeah, it's okay. The only thing that my cats love licking is my toes.
Very cultured felines. But
Oh god, I forgot men and feet. Men
Hey,
have some
wait a
weird
minute.
fetishes with feet.
Wait a minute, I didn't even mention anything. I'm just saying, like, oh, cats and all that stuff. Like, listen.
You said culture. That means you're the same as them.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm just saying about your cats, not me. You know, I'm saying about your cats.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
listen, you suspicious hellhound. Now, aside from all these mukbangs, what is this all about the moldy situation? This whole moldy thing? Because in your bio, in your YouTube, anywhere else I've seen, that it says that you've eaten mold once. Now, is there a story behind this mold you've eaten and people called you moldy? Like, what is this whole ordeal about you eating mold once?
Okay, it was maybe more than once. I have pictures. You want to see the pictures of my mold?
Yes, please. If you have pictures.
Okay, so the first instance was the moldy pizza. I saw a pizza that I left in my oven for like weeks, and when I saw it, I was like, I wonder if I can still eat it. So I tried eating it because I was like, you only live once, you know. So I ate it. Wasn't too bad, but definitely do not recommend. Then we had moldy guacamole that I let sit on my shelf for 3 months. It turned brown with some like white fluffy clouds on it. And then we had the bread that I left in my cabinet for like maybe like 3 to 4 months. And I forget it was there, and then it became gray. And then there was the chicken, the little chicken wings that I started eating, but I stopped at some point. Then there was the lasagna that also ended up being moldy because I just left them there for days. And I managed to get some moldy rice. Yes, it's possible. Look at my rice; it's very moldy. And I think that's it.
You say, is it any more? Is it any more? Like,
No, I think that's
give
it.
me the whole folder at this point. Like, if you have a folder, your desktop of like moldy foods, like send it over to me. Just directly send it over to me. The whole folder. You know.
It is a whole folder. I swear I have nothing else.
Did you?
I have one more thing. I have one more thing.
Oh,
but
one more thing. Okay, I'm gonna see it.
This one is okay. It was just like mold on the plate.
Well, what is this one? Like,
it was like dried tomatoes, and I don't like tomatoes, so I just left the tomatoes on the plate and I put them in the oven. And then like 2 months later, I opened the oven and I'm like, oh, wow, moldy tomatoes. Interesting.
Why did you just throw it in the trash? Not just
I do when I find them.
You put all this storage you're telling me, like you've just put him in the oven. Like, is your oven like your secondary like trash dispensary? Like, oh, I hate this. You know, oh, I can't finish eating this. I'm gonna put it in the oven.
I just put it in the oven. I'm like, I'll finish it later for sure, but I never do. I never do, because then the next day I'm like, man, I want to eat McDonald's. So I go eat McDonald's, then I forget that it was ever in the oven.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Have you watched the movie like what is it, like Sausage Party, with all like the talking foods and so forth?
Oh no!
Imagine if they were talking. My god, they've gone elderly in the span of months. You know, like, oh my god, like, I don't know if, well, I could show this on Twitch, but like, if you really see what I'm looking at these pictures, I'm like, I didn't even know that there were possibilities of some of these to be turning moldy. Like, out of all the things, and again, this is just because, you know, I ever left things moldy, but like, I've never seen a pizza be moldy, let alone to have like a fur. There's a lot of fur on one side of the pizza, and then the guacamole, I didn't realize it'll turn brown. I've never seen guacamole turn like, looks like like oatmeal. I thought that was oatmeal, but I thought that was oatmeal. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought it was raisin oatmeal or something. Until you said it was guacamole.
Stop judging my mold. It's sensitive.
I mean, I ain't judging the mold. You're just hurting the Mexican inside of me. Like I'm looking at this, and I'm like, oh my god. If Mama Anime were to look at this guacamole, her heart will be breaking. Bread, I didn't expect it to be brown. I didn't expect chicken wings.
Oh my god, the chicken wings! You know, like I posted them on Twitter, and my dad follows me on Twitter, and he saw them, and he then next family dinner, he looks at me, he's like, "Ha, nice." My parents don't care at all, so like I'm just desensitized. He was just like, "Ha, nice pick." Thanks, Dad.
I was gonna say, parents, they've seen a lot of things that we've done, so they're like, if they see these cursed things, they're like, okay. They're like Saitama memes, like, okay, cool. And then I forgot what you said. The lasagna that didn't even look like lasagna. Like I didn't even notice that was lasagna until you told me it's lasagna. It's all covered in like I thought that was a bunny, like the fur and everything of like the different colorization of gray and white, and then rice. I didn't know you can make rice moldy like fur. You know, like, that's news to me. Like, I'm learning new things from you, Moo Moo.
Yeah, I know.
And then, let's see. Yeah, and then, oh yeah, the bread. Obviously, I didn't realize that bread could be gray. With one white spot in the middle of the bread. I'm like, everything is corrupted except for that little part of the bread. It's like white still. Which I don't know if you're like, you know, that's white. Let me cut the little circle part, and I'm sure that's edible still.
I would have done that if I didn't have more bread.
Oh, bro! Oh my! Thank God you had bread. Thank God you had bread. You know, thank God you had bread. Other than this bread, you know, which. Oh, this is national treasure. Like
it's okay. I didn't eat all of those. Only the pizza. That's why I said once. I found multiple mold inside my house, but I only ate the pizza.
I feel like we should have a museum.
Just like moldy food.
Exactly. It's like out of all my history of 12 seasons in my show, I've never seen any like this amount of foods to be mold. You made history on my show, but at the same time, I don't know if I should be proud of you or I should be like fucking scared of you or like I'm glad that you don't just leave your friends in the oven. Like I'm sure the fridge will become moldy in there too. You know, like imagine you imagine you be leaving VTubers in your oven, like you know some VTuber foods in your oven, and then surely they'll become moldy too after months of you leaving in them. You know.
Yeah, that's my best skills, you know, making everything moldy.
I mean, yeah, this is why The Last of Us has become like, you know, it's not the mushroom that's becoming parasitic. It's Moomoo's mold that is gonna be the cause of The Last of Us.
Someone made the same joke like a while ago in my chat. Someone said like, wait, Moo is actually the one who started The Last of Us.
I knew it, huh? Damn, me and that person got the same brain cell, you know, like, I'm just looking at this and be like, yeah, who started this whole apocalypse? Moo Moo. You know, like,
yeah, they also said I started the COVID. They also said, yeah, COVID started in Moo Moo's kitchen.
I don't blame them. I mean, I'm sure that there's probably some, oh! Wait.
Oh!
Oh, give me a minute. I got jump scared in my own stream.
Sound alerts.
Oh god, I forgot that I had sound alerts on. Oh my god, I thought the government was like coming into my house, hearing about this moldy food, and like, oh my god, we need to confiscate these pictures and study them to maybe we could find a cure. in case if we ever have a zombie apocalypse, you know. Maybe we could, maybe in there, like the parasites and the bacteria, I'm sure that they could just get an example of this and be like, I think we can find a cure of
Yeah, you can
these
find the
diseases.
Yes.
I'm sure they could find a bunch of cure in that bowl of rice alone. You know?
Yeah, that's why I call myself a scientist, not a failure.
Yeah, you be experimenting for the wrong reasons. I mean, hell, I'm sure you're a better you're a better scientist than the guy from Fullmetal Alchemist. You know what I mean. You know who I mean. You know who I'm referring
Yes.
to. Exactly. But okay, aside from that, I'm going to have these pictures and wait, you know, I'm pinning this in the DMs. I'm pinning the food. Moldy foods in my DMs with Moo because I'm sure we'll both have a long friendship years later, and then I'll be like, you know, haha, look, I seen all the moldy foods and all that stuff, and then whatever it happens again, then we'll keep it archived in there. But Blizzard Sun, thank you very much for the 100 biddies. Why did you scare me? I thought the government was coming after me to get Momo's foods, you know, for studying and experiments and all that stuff, but so aside from moldy foods, now let me ask you this: how is your sleep schedule?
I have a very, very special sleep schedule.
Oh,
I sleep between I sleep like 2 to 3 hours every 2 to 3 days.
okay.
So yeah, sleep once every 3 days. You know, I have a very busy schedule in real life, so girly doesn't get a lot of time to sleep. So yeah, my sleep schedule is extremely messed up. Like, I've been going to sleep, okay, maybe like every 2 days. I've been going to sleep every 2 days around like 3 in the morning, then waking up at 5 and getting ready for work again.
You need a long vacation.
I do. I need a vacation, but my only vacation is like 4 days.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, I can just do like between Christmas and New Year, and then I start working on the 2nd of January again.
Oh Jesus. We need to have you to be a full-time VTuber and just stay home. And then
Oh yes. I can't wait to become a NEET again.
I mean, listen, we all love NEETs in this family and this community. You know, we love our NEETs, we love our otakus, we love our nerds and weebs and shut-ins and those that don't go outside forever and fear the sunlight.
That's the sweet life, but sadly I'm not a slave of the internet, I'm a slave of corporations.
I mean, too. I mean, like myself as well. I work the midnight shift, you know, so I work at midnight and then I come home and then here we are.
Yeah, Vito, like on crazy days I can work like 15-hour shifts a day. And sometimes my working shifts, they can either go from like 8 in the morning to 6 p.m. or they can go from like 8 in the morning to like midnight, or they can go from like 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. It really depends on the day.
Ooh. We'd be like vampires.
True. Never seen the sunlight in my life. That's why I'm so fucking white. Look at me. Look at me. Look at my face.
It's like, you see, there's no burns or blemishes in my skin. It's like all you know, kind of like the light mode.
Yep. So white we're vanishing.
Like, when you look at me, it flashbangs people, you know, it blinds them, you know.
Oh my god, you know, when people see me in real life, they're like, oh, you come from a very north country. I can see it in your eyes. You're like, you mean in my face, right? And you're like, yeah, I just didn't want to call you white.
Oh!
I always like them like it's fine. I know it. I look like a vampire.
I mean, you are a hellhound, but like, I'm sure you'll be mixing with the vampire as well.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of sunlight down there.
I'm sure you don't, but aside from you, surviving from the sunlight, now yourself, you are Guru, Mumu, now where does the name come from in terms of your name? Like, is there an origins or like an inspiration of some sorts of when your name got formed and created?
Honestly, it's like it came to me naturally, but I think there was some like subconscious things happen because like moo, like I think the day before I got my name, I was watching like cows videos.
Cows?
Yeah, because cows go moo. So I think like this next day I was like, oh yeah, moo sounds like a nice VTuber name. I don't know where it came from, but it sounds nice. I'm very easily influenced.
Damn, those cows be helping you when they go moo. But you're not a cow.
I'm not, but I love cows. So
oh.
I don't know. I think maybe I don't know how to say. You know what I learned? Moo means pussy in German. I didn't know before that.
How did you learn about that?
This is I have a lot of German people in my chat. Like half of my chat is probably German, and they were like, "Oh my god, I can't say your name without laughing." And I was like, "Why?" And then they told me it means vagina/pussy in German. I was like, "Oh, well, slay, I guess."
Oh, even your name is like forbidden in some languages. like the John C. Oh shit. And there goes John Cena in my ears, like... My god, stop it! Put John Cena back in the goddamn ice chest or something, Put him in there and freeze. I'm trying to have a nice conversation with the Hellhound, and I'm just getting jump scared by the FBI and John Cena, like...
You got this.
I got this? I don't know, I'd rather be killed by your hands than by John Cena be like, burst into my walls or something, like... Listen, Listen.
If you want to, I can make an appointment for you in my busy schedule for some krilling.
Wait, I have to schedule an appointment to be killed by you?
Oh, yeah, sorry, there's a long list.
A long list? My god, is that where I can put in the priority line? Like, do I have to pay like a fee? Do I have to pay like a fee to get into the priority?
VIP fees. They're very expensive though. I have crazy Oilers.
Let's see. I got let's see. I got some anime that I can give you. I don't know, like if you like Madoka Magica, I got a signature with Madoka Magica art by the creator, the mangaka of Madoka Magica right here. Like, I don't know if you like that. I don't know if that's
Yes.
That's actually drawn by the character designer of Madoka Magica, and it's all signed by the cast of the anime and the mangaka themselves. So it's really
so cool.
Really cool. But let's see. Sorry. No, we're not going to wait. Well, we're not. What is this? A bot? Someone's. Anyways, like Molly banned that person, But thank you very much. But we're not promoting here. If you want to promote, let's say it's just to go follow Mumu Guru. Give him a follow.
Follow me for fit pics.
I followed you earlier, but that's aside the point. But now, okay, well, you got your name from, watching cow videos, everything. But with the Hellhound design, like, how did that came about? Like, when you became a VTuber, let's go back from the beginning. How did you discover VTube?
Oh, so I had a friend who was a big fan of Korone from Hololive back then. Was before like the English brand was a thing, so it was like a while back.
Hmm.
And he sent her to me because he was like, she gives very you energy. And I watched her and I was like, what is this weird technology? Because I'm like, I'm a fucking grandma in real life. I can't even send an email without fucking up.
Right.
And so he told me a bit more about VTubers. But like back then I thought it was only like for companies because I didn't like, it was a time in life where like the entirety of like VTubing was like very obscure. Like Live 2D was not known. Like nobody really knew how to make VTubers. So
Right.
I was part of those people who just thought like, oh, so it's like a corporation company thing. Like you just have like special things. Like Kizuna Ai was also a person I learned about during that time. I thought she was actually like an AI. I didn't know she was a VTuber.
Right. Oh, okay. So you were like within a certain limited people. Well, I would say majority within the early days where people thought that the Kizuna Eye was a very advanced technology. That, oh my goodness, someone came into scene. That's virtual and it's like anime and there's interacting with the people. Like, oh my god, it's so advanced. And
Yeah, I only learned that she was like, cause like I knew Korone and other Hololive girls were like streamers, so I just thought like they were voice actors. That's what I thought. I thought VTubers were voice actors that like just like companies made characters and just hired voice actors to voice them. So I was like, yeah, it's like a fake personality that they have to
Right.
follow. I really thought it was like voice acting gigs.
Right.
Yeah, and I really thought Kizuna was AI, but then I saw that she streamed. I was like, oh, so she's like them. And then when VTubing became more popular, and I saw they held auditions and stuff like this, I was like, oh wait,
Right.
so now they're just like hiring streamers.
Right.
That's when I started understanding the concept, and that's how I discovered what VTubers were.
And how long have you been within the community? Like, let's just say, like, in total.
As a viewer or as a streamer?
Let's start with being as a viewer and then as streamer.
So after my friend sent me Korone back then, it was really back when she didn't even have like 1 million followers. Like she was, yeah, it was just Hololive. That was not like Hololive was not the big thing what it is now.
Right.
It was very like Japan oriented, yes.
Yeah,
And-
oriented, yeah.
And so because of that, one day after like watching some of her videos because of my friend, I got Pecora in my recommendations. And I really liked her, so I started watching her. She was my first Oshi, I think you can say that.
Right.
So back, how long ago was it? Let me just check. Let me see. Cause I know like it's not too long ago, but it's also like, I guess it is kind of long in the terms of VTubing.
Right.
I want to burp. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine.
Alright.
I think it was in 2019.
Okay.
So I remember she was not 3D yet, and she got her 3D in 2019. Yep. It was late 2019.
Okay.
But I only watched Corpo because I did not know like indie VTuber were a thing. Because it was back then when I still felt like, oh yeah, it's like a corporation thing, you know?
Right.
Like they have the technology. And then I discovered Twitch not too long ago, like in 2021.
Mhm.
And I found this one streamer that became a friend of mine after this. But this one streamer kind of like, I was kind of like, before I found him, I was like, oh yeah, being a VTuber sounds nice. So I was like, like saying like, oh yeah, I might be a VTuber at some point, like on my Twitter. But this guy really made me wanna start because like he looked like he was having a lot of fun. So I started, I streamed like once a month back in 2021, so I was not exactly like a really VTuber. I was like testing the waters, you know.
Right.
And I debuted my model. Like I tested with like different models before, but I started like I debuted my model on August 2022,
Okay.
and that's how long I've been in there.
So you've been like essentially like over a year.
Yup.
In terms of stream the content creation like yourself, as you mentioned, you're experimenting with many different models, and then with that in mind, when you experimented and testing the water and so forth, how did the Hellhound design came to be, and how did that came into fruition, into finalization?
Yeah. I think, at first I was like, oh yeah, what seems to be working the most is cat girls VTubers, because I was really like the hype back then. So my
Right.
first like design was like a cat girl. And I was like, but I don't feel like a cat girl. So then I designed another one that still did not feel like me.
Mm.
And then I think like, yeah, around a year ago, there was an entire like discussion about how your VTuber design should represent your personality. People were talking about this, like, stop going for things that are like popular and that do
Right.
not match you, and start going for things that match you and will make you happy. So
Right.
I think that's when I like start like rethought thought, like I was thinking again about when my friend told me like, oh, you're very corony, like corony like you're very like corone in terms of personality. I was like,
Yeah.
so I hit him up again like, hey, what did you mean when you said that? And he was like, I feel like you have like a dog personality, which my my family confirmed.
Okay.
But I also know that like, because I'm very cursed, I was like, what do most cursed VTubers like debut as? Demons. So I was like, how do I mix my personality as a dog and my cursed as self as a demon? And that's how the Hellhound thought was born.
Which I love very much that your friend basically, told you a little gremlin in the kind of a most soft as possible. Like sure, like oh, like Corone, like the dog VTuber. And then family confirms it, and then demons goes to hell, then hellhound. Like essentially, you are just a gremlin. Basically.
Yes, that's how most people call me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I met you like I don't know, like over a week ago, like talking. I'm like, and I watched your streams even way before that. Like, like way before. Like I watched your content here and there. From all parts and such. And I'm like, I want to have them on my show. I feel like I'll have a nice chat with them, but they're very gremlin. Which I have to be with full caution of me, engaging with this gremlin VTuber, with horns and a spinning crown halo and such of the sorts, which, and the cowlick hair, the a whole.
Oh yeah, my
okay.
like I have those in real life.
Okay, you know what? I want to meet you in IRL. Like, please, I want to see the cowlicks. Like come on! Like, I'm a fan of the antenna hairs. Like.
I have very untamable hair. They're very thick and they go all over the place.
Oh, so you have basically everyday bed hair. I'm kidding.
Yes.
I love that. That's a whole mood. Like.
Yeah, that's why I made my hair. That's why I made my model's hair so like all over the place, just like in real life.
Right. Which it does look nice. I like the hairstyle.
Thank you.
But in terms of if you kind of a hellhound and you became gremlin and then did your first stream and such, then in terms of like when you were in the community and such, like when you first streamed, like what was like your first reaction about the community and just overall like how later on becoming a VTuber felt like.
I feel when I first started, like when I streamed like really like just like once or twice a month,
Right.
I didn't really feel like I was part of the community because like all the people I interacted with were like that one streamer I said that inspired me that became my friend later on and his community. So I was like more of a like viewer that kind of streams sometimes than a real VTuber. But after I debuted, that's when I really like became part of the VTuber community because I interacted with VTubers and stuff like this. And I don't know how I felt because like even now I'm a pretty like so like okay I have a lot of VTuber friends, but I'm a pretty solitary person, and by that I mean I don't really like make like interaction tweets. I don't really like even I'm very bad at like cause like I know a lot of people like comment on my tweets, but I'm very bad at answering tweets because like
Right.
I have my phone always on sleep mode, so I don't get the notifications. And when I see them, it's been like days, and I'm like, that's gonna be awkward if I answer now.
Right. I mean, I understand. You know, I completely I get you on that. Which do you have like a very like also do you have like a low social battery or any kind of thing like when it comes to like DMs or talking to friends or that kind of thing, or is it like the opposite between that and social media?
It's the opposite. Like, I'm a very extroverted person. I love DMing my friends and talking. But with social media, I'm always like, it's always more complicated because it's like, it's gonna be on there forever. So I have to think about what I'm gonna answer. And I'm always like, okay, what do I say that's funny, not cancelable, and that will not put me, like, make me getting banned from Twitter? Because I got banned twice from Twitter.
What? How did you got banned from Twitter twice?
I told my friend to practice some self life ending.
Oh.
It was my friend. It was my friends. Like the thing is, one of my friends called me a pygmy girl on Twitter. I was like, unalive yourself. I got banned.
Oh, okay. I see. I see. Yeah, yeah, I mean that's that. I went to a whole different turn in 2 seconds. But yeah, I can see why that that happened.
Yeah, the thing is, you can say that when you have like a personal account, like with no followings. But the second you have like even a tiny bit of followings, like it's easy to get banned.
Right. Which when it comes to what you see on Twitter, sometimes like you get the boat, banned, and then you have to put the time. What is it? A ticket, support ticket, or whatever that's called. Like hey, can I get unbanned? And then that takes a while. Then that kind of thing. Like especially what I've seen lately of like people getting banned left and right, and then the duration of time people will wait for them to hear anything of that sort. So, but that's crazy though. I mean, that's crazy. But I understand completely from earlier what you mentioned of the like to watch yourself of what to say, what not to say, and then the the whole like have your phone in sleeper mode, and that way you don't get no notification until like you look at your phone like days later.
Yeah, because you really have to like check the notifications by yourself, and I don't hop on Twitter that often because like I did back then when people DM me on Twitter, but they don't anymore. It's only on Discord. So I open Twitter, like I tweet, like I open Twitter, I make my tweet, then I close it right away. So I don't check anything after this.
Okay, so I mean that's fair, which social media can be a mentally draining place, so but it's understandable, but I just love it. You like you make a cursed tweet and then you just dip.
Always.
It's like basically you just piss on the grass in front of people and you're like, okay, goodbye.
Are
you okay? Are you okay? Like, oh my god! Like, I'm sorry. Don't die, please. I'm so sorry. Like, you okay?
No, I choked on the coffee because I was laughing.
Oh my god! I'm sorry. I accidentally made Moo did a spit take. I mean, careful on your coffee. Like, don't die on stream. I mean, I get killed many times, but I don't want a guest to be killed by coffee.
It's okay. I can never get killed because I'm a gamer. I don't die. I respawn.
Yeah, same thing with enemy protagonists, but trust me, there's trauma in those main protagonists. Just like, what we've seen in, like, Red Zero or any kind of, like, time
Just
traveling
isekai.
reincarnation isekai anime. Yeah. And all of them are the same. We all deal with trauma and traumatized when we die, and then we get reincarnated. I mean, we turn into vending machines even.
Yup.
And get hit by truck code.
Yup.
But aside from that, now in terms of later on within your journey, with Boo. Now if you don't mind, is there a way that we could, you could do a model showcase, like, showcase your full design or your toggles if you have any, or your expressions, or show me, or talk about all the cool things about yourself, as the Hellhound that everybody loves.
You wanna see my model? I can show you something everybody loves.
Okay. Oh!
I don't know. There's always someone who loves the feet.
I like how you're like doing on the headstand. Like, don't fall.
Don't worry, I'm very athletic.
I mean, thank God for that. I mean, just don't hurt yourself. I mean, yeah, you got nice boots, and
Woo!
frills and stuff.
Just doing a little spin.
Oh, very athletic and cool.
Yeah, my design. Let me talk about my design then a little bit.
All right.
So, am I straight?
I mean,
Yes. No,
yeah.
Head full of homosexual thoughts, body very parallel to the floor.
Wait. Listen. Okay, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So, my design is inspired by... Okay, I'm gonna send you a picture of, like, my fit. Like, it's only my socks and my shoes. I feel like it gives a pretty good idea of, like, how I dress.
Okay.
I'm very obsessed with Kuromi stuff.
Okay. I noticed the Kuromi, yes. And I'm sure you love cinnamon roll and all the sauna.
Yes, I love all the
scenario.
Yeah, my favorite is Kuromi. And I'm very, like... My favorite style of clothes is, like, gothic. Like, gothic and punk and all that, like, stuff.
Right.
So that's what inspired my dress and my shoes and my little legs chuckers and just everything, basically. Also the skull hairpin.
Okay, yeah, the skull hairpin.
Yeah, the moles are based on my face mole in real life.
Oh, the one you're like with your on one side of your lip and the other like above the eyebrow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I have more moles, but like if I put all of my moles, then there will be too many to count.
I mean, I'm low-key I'm curious. Like, like in terms of like putting all the moles in model and people counting and stuff, but it would be cool. I love moles and VTuber models. Like it's kind of like even like freckles. Even I like when they add their own freckles in the models.
I have freckles in real life too, but I was like, I don't know. I just didn't feel like putting freckles on, but I still put moles. Maybe for my 3.0 model, there will be 3 moles, and for the 4th model, 4 moles. You never know.
So, just imagine you just do like every new model debut, you just like add a freckle, add a mole, like in like places of your face, and be like over here, over there, over here, over there, over here, over there, over here, over there, until you get to like model 30 and be like, oh look, 30 moles,
Basically, yup.
Oh my goodness gracious. Just like everybody just like just grab like like how they do like would have like layers of like of painting, and then they put like layers on front of the other, and then they like it makes a whole image from like different types of canvases. It's like that
Oh
with
yeah,
your
yeah.
model. So it's like, model 1, model 2, model 3, the model 4, model 5, model 6, model 7. And then it's like all the same. And it's like all the moles like pinpointing in different, directions of your face to be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and all.
Yep. So yeah, that's it for my design. I'm design myself also. I design all of my models.
Oh, okay.
I'm very good at fashion.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I do love the goth girl outfits.
Thank you.
Which I know someone did mention, like, what are your thoughts on goth girls? Like someone asked in the chat.
Oh, I love goth girls. I mean, I'm not when I go to work because you have to wear like formal clothes at work. But it's either when I'm lazy, I look like a sports girl because I wear like sports shorts and very oversized t-shirts. Like I look like I'm out of like an American rapping clip.
Okay.
But when I dress up in the style I like, it's
Uh,
very gothic. Like anything that's like close to gothic,
right.
punk
But,
gothic alternative.
but you know what? I would very much, admire your outfit and style on that.
Mm.
Then, do you have facial expressions on your model?
Oh, I don't have a lot because I'm someone who has like very low like brain cells, so I never think
Oh.
about those. Let me see. I think
Right.
I have the obvious blush.
Oh.
The cutie blush. Also glasses because I wear glasses in real life because I'm blind as fuck.
Okay.
Then we have
Alright.
the heart eyes when we feel a little bit locking people in the basement.
The you like people in the basement?
Yes.
How
That
many
way
people we
they
have?
cannot watch other girls.
How many people that you're locked in the basement?
All of my followers, so a bit over 3,000.
Over 3,000 people you locked in the basement?
Then I have a very huge place. Then what do we have next? Oh yeah, we
You're
have
not
the
gonna... Oh, okay. Oh, very pretty. I like that.
Waka.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I'm just like, you give me that look, and I'm like, you ain't gonna put me in that basement.
Yep, and then I just come and I'm like, hey, you wanna eat some breakfast? Haha, joke's on you. Watch my stream instead.
Listen, I can do both. Look at I'll eat breakfast then watch your stream. Like I'll eat breakfast.
Yeah.
I'll even cook breakfast as I'm watching your stream. And then if I
Okay.
burn if I burn my food, then
Yeah.
it's probably on brand.
As long as it's not fucking ham and cheese croissant, then you can eat.
I mean, what happens if someone would eat that in the basement?
Oh, let me tell you, they're gonna they're gonna take their last breath in that basement.
That'd be very, very cool that you keep a strict rules in the basement.
Yeah, no ham and cheese croissant.
Basement is nice. Food and electricity is provided.
Yeah, of course, like food, a little bit of food so they can stay alive, electricity so they can watch my stream.
I hope you don't feed them the mold food.
No, I don't. No.
Oh, what do you feed the people down there? Over 3,000 of them.
I feed them anime girls juice.
Anime girl.
Yeah, like I just take, cause like they're all kind of saucy. I just take my bath water and I just like throw it in their face and I'm like, here is your breakfast. You DJ. Bruh. Funny story.
Right.
When I said I have crazy oilers, so as a joke, someone paid $700 to get my bath water. Crazy, right?
So okay. Let me drink my water. Trust me, this is purified water. Just give me a minute.
Filtered water.
So you're telling me that you did a stream. You were streaming. And someone that is down bad Grand Canyon donated almost $1,000, $700, and said that $700 is to buy your bathwater.
Yep.
What is your reaction when that happened? Like, what did you do? Like, cause it's oddly specific, and that's quite a big amount of oolah, given to you, and very, very down bad, outrageous,
Outrageously down bad.
Seriously, it's like I can't imagine somebody just spends like almost a paycheck, half the paycheck, or well, maybe the whole paycheck if they do it by a weekly basis. But like, aside the point, spend a lot of money just to get a VTuber bathwater,
I have, let's say, my chat is a bit crazy. Like, they like spoiling me for weird reasons. Like once I was like, someone was like, "Hey, how much for a feet pic?" And I was like, $500. And they sent $500. And then at another time, I was like, man, I want to buy an ASMR mic, but I need $500. Anybody volunteers? And someone sent me $500. And then I was like, hey guys, who wants my bath water for like $700? And someone sent $700. I just like, yeah, this is the life I live. I don't know. I feel like I'm in a simulation at this point.
Do you usually lose like dumbfounded or like can't believe humanity when things like this happens? Like does it also make you question humanity when all that happens?
More like I question men.
You question men.
Yeah, because it's always men, but like I don't question them in a bad way. I'm just like,
right.
You guys confuse me, but you're funny, so it's fine.
Oh my goodness gracious! Like, I mean, there was a saying is like, hey, you do make that bread, but what at what cost? Like Jesus Christ, like that's. I mean, you got a ASMR mic, and you got some, I don't know, nails paint and breads,
yeah, I did.
But at what cost? Like.
Honestly, I am pretty lucky that I don't have to do anything. Like, I know, like, people who send crazy money often expect, like, relationships out of you, like parasocial stuff, or they accept you to do loot stuff for them. But my chat never asked me for any of this. I even asked them, like, are you guys that nice to me because, like, you want, like, a parasocial relationship because you want to date me, or because you, like, want me to see loot, like, to do loot stuff? And they were like, if you do anything loot, we will run away. We do not see you as, like, I think they said they either tell me we see you as a little gremlin or as a little sister. So I just feel like they're just like spoiling me.
I mean that's nice, but also at the same time is like, oh hello there, how you doing, Luffy? Hope you have a wonderful day, and remember stay awesome. Much love to you, homie. But I'm very sorry to those that joined in, and basically, we are talking about topics of degenerates and people that I'm just losing humanity and all that kind of fun stuff, but at the same time I'm not surprised, that you say something and then they're like, okay, yes, my queen, or yes, and then throws their credit cards at you and stuff,
They just do. It always baffles me, and I'm like, how do you guys have so much money to give to me? I literally don't give you guys anything but generational trauma.
I mean, true, but at the same time, when you say along the lines of like, hey, who wants to buy my bathwater $700, and then someone sends you $700, I'm sure you'll be like, okay, I said that as a meme. Now what do I do when that person's actually done it? Like,
yeah, that's it. That's what happens. And then I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just like, whatever. That's my life now.
Whatever. And then you said, oh, 500 for feet pics, and someone actually done them. Like, Bruh, like, next thing you know, you just be like, hey, can I get $1,000 and what was it? Can I get $1,000? I will send, I don't know, a picture of a watermelon. Next, you know, someone gives you 1,000 for a picture of a watermelon. You know, which again,
Some people are crazy.
that's what I'm saying. There are crazy people out there, but that's aside the point of the crazies. But let's talk a little bit about you. You know, a little bit more about you. You know, because you are the MVP, not the crazy people. But yeah, get that bread though. But now, in terms of your content, you know, because you know, aside from me, we a little watched before the stream. I watched a little bit of your Toad karaoke, but I also noticed that you did a cover on your YouTube, which I really loved Vocaloid music. I watched your first cover and such, but how did you got yourself into doing music and all that covers and karaoke and all that stuff?
Yeah, ever since I was like a tiny baby, I've always been singing, like singing in the car, singing for my family, for like guests and everything. And at school, I was the lead singer in the choir. Like, I was in a private Catholic school, so we had like a church choirs, and I was the lead singer in the church choir.
Oh.
So everything also, and my dad was a musician before he became a CEO.
Oh.
Yeah, and my mom was a painter before she became a CEO too.
Oh.
So the family was always on the artistic side, and because my dad was a musician, then I was always into music, and I always liked singing. And when I started VTubing, my goal was like, I want to do something music related. That's why I'm always like, haha, I'm an idol, even though I'm far from being an actual idol. But I just like calling myself that because I'm a bit delulu, you know.
Right.
Say delulu till it becomes trululu, because being delulu is the solulu.
Oh.
That's why. Honestly, I'm not very proud of my first cover because when I recorded it, I had the flu.
Oh, okay.
So it was really hard. Also, it was like out of my range because back then it was still the period of time where like my deeper voice, I still did not know how to like sing with it.
Right.
Like really. I'm a bit better now. I'm working on another cover.
Okay.
Yep. Another cover that's gonna come. I'm waiting for the art right now. I commissioned art for my next cover.
Ooh.
Waiting for it to arrive before I record. Yeah. That's how I got myself into this. Like, I was... Oh, wait. Give me a second.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to, like, let one out.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you. It smells bad.
I mean, better out than in, I always say. Jesus. Quote by Shrek, you know, but...
Oof. But yes, that's how I got into music because of my family, upbringings and everything. And so I was not really able to do everything I wanted because I was like very busy with work for the past few months. It's getting a bit better, so now I do like weekly I do weekly ASMR, weekly karaoke, and I'm gonna record more covers because that's really the content I wanna go towards. Too?
Right.
Yeah. Just following my idol dreams. I've watched too many idol anime, I think.
Right. I mean, I'm sure you watched like Love Live and
Yes.
you know, even like maybe K-On! If you watched the Boy Blob, and then you know Bang Dreams and all.
Yes,
you know,
I played Project Sekai too.
At this point, I'm just naming like all the music anime. Like I'm sure you watch Beck, even like the really good like old school band anime.
Anything that has like anything that has like band/idol/music theme, I watch them.
Right, I'm sure. I mean, if I give you some anime, that's down there and all that stuff, I'm sure you would, you know, hear all about them. Also, let's see. Sorry to the Hellhound and the Hellhound only. What do you mean, sorry to the Hellhound only? What do you mean?
Save me!
Save you? What do you mean save you? Like, I'm not like, you know.
Save me!
Save you? What are you saying save me? It's not like I trapped you in this TV or anything, you
I'm
know? Like,
stuck inside the TV. I can't get out.
hey, listen, I put VTubers in that TV. Well, not this TV in particular, but like, I had VTubers in robots and televisions and all that stuff. Wait, I can't believe you would trap this cute hellhound. Listen, this is an interview. I have to put a VTuber somewhere on this room, you know, and it's the TV, like right there. I'm talking to them in this monitor right here, you know. So stop crying, like you're not in danger. You in there, you in the TV. Like I'm not trapping them. Look, they're happy. They're gremlin. They have horns.
Yes.
They've had moldy foods. Like, listen. If you want to see the mold that is in one of their foods, let me show you one picture. Let's see. I'm sure you're a fan of chicken wings. You know, like which let me show you in my phone. Like, look at this. Like, I'm sure my camera is not focusing. Oh, here it is. Look. Any fans of chicken wings? Look at this. Or what about rice? Let me look at anyone that love rice. Like, there's that picture of rice. You know, that's not even rice. That's like marshmallows. You know, look what it looks like. Bobo, come back.
Why are you showing them the mold? I did not have to see it. It was fine.
I mean, but I want them to show them your masterpieces.
Yeah.
But that's beside the point, you know. Like, you know, they need to see, like, you know, the wonders, and there's probably scientists in my chat, so they probably are looking at that for research later on. But now, with that in mind, you know, what is your favorite anime? Because we talked a little bit about music, anime, and all that stuff. But what are your favorite anime?
My favorite anime has nothing to do with idols, actually.
Right.
It's a pretty recent one. It's actually Tokyo Revengers.
Ooh, a good one.
I'm obsessed with it. I've read everything. I've watched everything. I talk about it all the time. That's all I think about at night.
Right. I mean, I'm sure you watch like the latest anime with the latest episodes and.
Nope. When I have time, it's mostly I binge watch all of them. Like.
Right. And what is the longest you've binge watched? Like, you know, like what would you say is like when you watch an anime, when you finish in its total, how long did it take you to binge watch all of an anime?
Really depends. Like, back then when I didn't have like a very like taxing job like this, like I would like binge watch like. I think the longest watching like anime like watching session I did was like 18 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was like all day long, like eating my chips, watching that one anime.
Hell, I need to watch anime with you then. Like, damn, like you're like me back in my days when I would binge watch anime and then I don't even sleep like after a day. Like, I've had one instance where I binge watch anime and I didn't sleep for 2 days straight because I watched the whole entirety of a series. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, my brain was so focused, I just didn't realize time, and I'm like, oh. So that's what happened. I didn't sleep for 2 days. Hello.
Like
coffee.
But sometimes with my chat we have like 5 hours long like anime watch along.
Oh.
We're watching One Piece currently.
Ah. Are you like almost caught up with it, or like,
Oh
or
no, we're like close to episode 100. We're far from
oh,
being done.
oh, okay. Well, I wish you the best of luck to, hopefully to get caught up with One
Thank
Piece.
you.
'Cause
Hopefully.
Godspeed, Godspeed.
Hopefully.
But
Oh.
but aside from trying to catch the One Piece, um, what would you say are your goals and dreams that you would like to accomplish within your career?
Career as VTuber?
Yeah, like like as VTuber, as a content creator.
Hmm. Honestly, I'm mostly doing like streaming because I think it's fun. So like, of course, everybody has like goals they want to achieve as streamers. Like, but mine's always like very far at the back of my mind because I'm someone who doesn't really think about the future. I'm mostly like, okay, what the fuck am I gonna stream today? What the fuck is my ADHD brain can handle today?
Right.
That's my most concern. But I guess
Yeah.
I do have goals, like not really like viewer goals or follower goals. Like most of my goals are like, oh yeah, I hope one day I can talk to this person, but it's not gonna happen right now because I'm a little nobody right now. Or
Mm.
oh, I hope one day I can do like this concept, but I cannot do it right now because more like my goals. My goals are like future streams, future content, or future like stuff I want to do. Like I want to perform on stage one day, like have a 3D concert. I wanna release an original song. I wanna talk to some cool people. I wanna like maybe talk to my Oshi one day. Stuff like this. I think those are my goals. Like it's very like basic goals. Like it's just like stuff I wanna do.
Right.
Hmm.
Which that's always awesome that you have like kind of these kind of goals where you want to, as you mentioned, like do a 3D concert and then to make a original song, which you do have a wonderful voice. I mean, I've tuned into some of your you know music streams, even like the cover, like the one you didn't like. I mean, I like it because myself, I like Vocaloid, but also at the same time, like like your voice ranges
Thank you.
immaculate. Even if you had the flu, my God, you're hella talented when you're sick compared to me. Then I'm like with a flu, and I'm like in bed dying, and sounds like a walrus. But you're
Thank you.
you sound immaculate even when you're sick. Like my God, like imagine when you weren't feeling the flu when you made that cover. My God, you would become like Saitama One Punch Man at that point. Fucking knock me out with your singing, will ya? Like.
As long as it's not Toad singing.
I mean, listen. That in itself is a god that needs a diamantle, That needs to be in the museum, next to Ghost Hunt, the whole English dub of Ghost Hunt. That needs to be no, Ghost Stories. The English dub of Ghost Stories. That needs to be archived and into the museum with that anime English dub,
Hmm.
That needs to be treasured. But
Hmm.
aside from like the making the original and all that amazing accomplishments and even the goals that you want to do, a lot of people really don't know what goes on behind the scenes, because you, as you mentioned, time within the show, that you work a very crazy work schedule and you sleep about 2-3 times a week. Like you mentioned, like some days you don't sleep because of your busy consistency of schedule. But what would you say, like within streaming, VTubing, general, what would you say is like the most difficult parts into doing what you do as a VTuber? Like, what have been the difficult parts?
I think there's like multiple difficult parts. It all
Sure.
depends on like your mentality. For example, I know me and some of my friends have problems with like sometimes before stream we feel super unmotivated. We're like, man, I don't want to stream right now, but I have to, because the thing that people don't really think about is that on this platform, like with streaming, is that there's so many offers out there that like if you don't stream, people are gonna go watch someone else, and that's how most people like move on from your streams. So it's a very hard thing, like behind the scenes. Like even if you don't want to stream, you have to if you want to keep your viewers, unless you have like a very solid like community.
Right.
Also, yeah. So some people, it's like the motivation, like they love streaming, and when they hit the like start streaming button, they have a lot of fun. But sometimes it's just like it's really hard to hit the button because you're like, I'm either tired or I don't have the mental energy to do this. Sometimes it can be hard.
Right.
Also, the thing that's hard behind the scene is like more like behind the scenes, like the streaming thing. It's like streaming is not as easy as it looks like because like you're an entertainer, so you always need to be entertaining and you need to find like stream ideas or you need to find like topics to talk about. You can't just like stare at your screen and say nothing for like more than 10 seconds or people are gonna like, you know, like, why am I watching this person?
Right.
So yeah, that's mostly like the motivation sometimes. Even more when you have like a very busy schedule. Sometimes like I get back from my 15-hour shift and I stare on my screen and I'm like, I need to stream in literally 10 minutes. I feel like I'm dying. And that's the thing. You can't show it on stream that you're dying and that you're tired. Because like, I feel like everybody's seen this. Like, there's like a very different... how do I say this? Like, on a serious note, like, numbers. Because every streamer look at the numbers. Even those who say, oh, I don't look at numbers, they still look at numbers.
Right.
And, like, I've realized with myself, when I do a stream and I'm, like, very low energy and I'm very tired, like, I have low numbers compared to my more hyper streams. Because people can feel your energy through the screen. And unless you're, like, your community is here for, like, chill streams, it's... Sorry, I need to sniffle.
Oh, no worries, no worries. I mean, take your time if you need like a tissue.
It's fine, it's okay. Okay, so yeah. Because, for example, for myself, I'm known as a hyper VTuber and curse VTuber. So when people tune into my stream, they expect to see someone screaming, yelling, doing very weird shit all the time.
Okay.
And that's one of the things that's hard. That's you will lock yourself into a category to people, and if you don't fit in that category anymore, or if you're like one day you're like so low energy, like people are like, who am I watching suddenly?
Right.
Then yeah, dropping views, dropping interactions, you know, people come back to your streams for like a specific thing. For me, for example, it's like the gremlin energy. So when I'm not gremlin energy, people come and then they leave.
Right.
And that's what's the harder thing with like streaming. It's like always staying in your niche. And if you want to like get out of that niche, it's gonna be hard, and you might have to start from the beginning because you're gonna lose like your your old community that was here for like the type of content you were doing before.
Right. Which has there ever been times that, you know, like you sometimes want to like just say change a niche or like be like yourself like more and that kind of thing? Because I'm sure, you know, I don't doubt that, you know, you go work your 15 hours and then you go to stream and it's like 10 minutes before you go live, then you're exhausted, but then you have to like put in the whole image of like, you know, the chaotic, energetic VTuber, but your body and your mind is like, you know, exhausted, you know, from working physically, mentally at work, and then now you gotta do the same thing on stream. Like, you know, has it ever affected your health in some way, like, you know, physically or mentally when you do things like that?
It does affect. Yeah, it really does. Like everybody who works like full time and then streams, I feel like we're all like kind of fucked up, either like sleep schedule or physically, mentally. So that's why it's all a matter of like mindset. Like, I feel like I'm doing okay because I'm someone who like I do my own thing. If a stream doesn't work out, I'm just gonna be like, oh, it's okay, next one will be better. But some people, when one of their stream flop, they tend to like get like a lot of people. I know like a lot of people like this. who get like kind of depressed, they get sad, they're like, fuck, I'm doing everything wrong right now. So yeah, it really depends on the mindset you're looking at streaming with.
Right. Which
So yeah.
I'm very happy you have like a positive like outlook on things, but also at the same time, like, I do hope that, you gotta, get yourself in pace, and I'm sure you have, but like, with full-time work, then do, the whole streaming almost full-time, because, I've seen your schedules and how long your streams and so forth, and what you do is like, like, I'm very impressed of what you do, and I really, admire your workmanship and everything. Like, at the same time, it's like, especially with lack of sleep, it's like, ugh, like, I've had that happen when I was at school and all that stuff, and then work, school, streaming,
Yeah, so
YouTubing, a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, so, and it's just really crazy, but, I am sure you will do amazing, at what you're streaming, or even like what you're making, especially with your mention of music,
Thank you. I feel like I'm pretty blessed because I know it's not like me being humble, it's like me knowing I don't deserve the viewership I have because I have no time to do offline content. So all I do is like I hit that start streaming button, and that's all I do, and I talk for like 3 hours to 5 hours being random, and then I stop streaming, and then I just crash. So that's why I feel like I'm very blessed to have like such a strong viewership for like, it's like I'm baby tuber, and yeah, I'm very blessed.
Which, you being a baby VTuber, as you mentioned, I mean, you still do pretty good job at what you do, and very crazy, especially with your journey and what you've been doing, as you mentioned, since August of 2022, and being a viewer and a fan for way before that. It's just crazy, that the journey you've gone through is just really insane for me to think about. Even like hearing your stories, like, damn, you are a very hard worker.
I found the bottom. Now we're here.
Okay, there, Drake. Next year, I thought you were gonna be fucking like, DJ Khaled, being like DJ Khaled. All we do is win, win, win. And if up, down, up, down, up, down. Like, aside from you being DJ Khaled and all that stuff, but like, and Drake, I'm sure there's a lot of VTubers, watching my interviews, and even those that's watching at home right now, or even like later on, like rewatching the VOD, future. If you had to tell people, who wants to become VTubers, or even to the point of like wanting to become content creators, from your experiences and what you've seen, what you've been through, if you have to tell someone like some advices or even like some experiences from what you've gone through, what would you like to tell the people at home watching, on what they should do, or what you feel that they need to know when it comes to, becoming a VTuber?
Well, there's two type of people who do streaming content first. There's those who do it because they want to be famous or have money, and those who do it because streaming is, it looks fun and they want to do it. People like me, for example, who started because like, oh wow, this person looks like they're having so much fun streaming, I want to do the same, so I did. So if you're in the second category of people, you will do fine. You'll do just fine. If you're in the first category of people, well, let's say most people who, like, a lot of people graduate because they had that mindset, like, I want to be famous, I want to have big numbers, and I want to have money. Like, my biggest advice is never start streaming because like you want numbers or money, and never start streaming with like a followers goal in your mind, because that's not gonna happen. Unless you're extremely lucky, that's not gonna happen. Like, most people who strive in the streaming / even just YouTubers, streamers, VTubers, all those that are thriving in this category, they started just like with 2 viewers because they just loved streaming. They just wanted to talk to people, or they just wanted to have some fun with others, or they wanted to play games and have people, watch them or talk to them in the making.
Right.
That's all in the mindset. Like, you need to go in there with a very light going like, how do I say this? English is hard.
Right. No, it's all good. It's all good.
A light mindset. Just don't go in there thinking too hard. Like, of course, if you want to have like a popular debut or something, of course, like, marketing is important. But if marketing never lasts. Before you start anything, work on your personality, on the type of content you want to do. Like, how do I want people to perceive me? What do I want to convey to others? What energy do I want to give them? Do I want them to feel like they can come to my stream to chill, or do I want them to come to my stream so they can have a good laugh? After this, just go out there, talk to other streamers, like, make friends, stream, get viewers, have fun with your viewers. Yeah, the biggest thing to do is to just also just start, just do it. Because I know a lot of people who are like, oh my god, I want to be a streamer, but I don't know, I don't think I have what it takes, or I don't know, I just don't know if I should do it, or how I should do it. Just start. That's the best advice. Like, be going about it. Don't think about numbers and money. Make friends. And just stream. That's the best advice, honestly.
Right, which I very much amazed, of your advice, and that's a really good mindset, because obviously, as you mentioned, there are people, even within my career, I've done this since December of 2006, being a content creator, a YouTuber, and all that stuff. Even within the anime community, I've seen people that done content because oh, I'm gonna get a bunch of money and I become popular and all that fun stuff. But then people realize that is oh well, you're doing it for the selfish reasons, and people don't like people do not like selfish people, so but when those that comes in be like, hey, I want to do this because I want to make people smile, or that you want something that's for the good, whether it's something, let's say, like myself, I'm doing streaming because I like to give people a platform of hey, when I start anime, it's hey, I want people to learn more about anime. And then me being an interviewer for these 3 years plus is hey, I want people to learn more about VTubers, and me talking to VTubers from around the world and around the galaxies and all that stuff, because I love VTubers and I always want to hear their stories, then show their stories to the people of the world, and then people for them to to get inside the rabbit hole that I put them in there, and then watch the VTubers, and then have them simp for the VTubers that I'm talking to, which I've interviewed over 300 plus VTubers, and I simp over 300 VTubers I simp for, which you'll be my newest person to simp. But I'm just saying, in all honesty, I do it because I like people to learn more about VTubers, and just for me to make some friends, because I'm a very lonely otaku and I please want some friends, but I also want people to hear about your stories, which your story has been told, and honestly, you have been wonderful to talk to. Honestly, you've been very cool, and
thank you too.
You're very talented, especially with your music and the Toad karaoke. I mean, that needs to be on the YouTube channel immediately, saved and archived and treasured for life on end. And hope I can hear more of your music. Hope I cannot wait for that original music and that cover. And maybe, if you haven't yet, maybe you can drive a robot on a convention and be on a big screen and meet people over there and all that stuff.
Oh my god, that would be so fun. I didn't talk about this in this interview.
So you want to talk about it?
It's just I have chronic health issues.
Huh.
So I can't go to conventions and stuff like this
Oh, okay.
because I can't go to crowded places because I have no wait English I have multiple things, but one of them is like immunodeficiency.
Right.
So I can't afford to catch disease, but conventions are a place with a lot of illnesses, diseases, and sickness, and
Right.
yeah, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be fun to go on a little screen and talk to people.
Right. Which I'm sure you would be an excellent driver, or maybe you'll just drive like if it's Mario Kart and just be like zooming
Yes,
around the floor and.
I failed my driver's license 3 times already.
Okay, well, people that's out there on the floor, run. You know, run when you see Moo Moo. Like, if I were walking with you at the convention, like, if I'm escorting you, I'm just making people know, like, with a, like people with the loudspeaker microphones, like with the handle and has like a little speaker at the
The
end. Kind of thing.
megaphone, yeah,
The
the
megaphone.
megaphone.
Imagine I have a megaphone, be like, "Attention, Congors! I'm escorting Moo Moo. Please, leave about 50 feet of space immediately, or else you'll be having your ankles be run over by a robot. You know."
Oh yes, just casually running over people.
I mean,
Favorite activity.
I was gonna say, don't run over the random people. If you want to, just run over me. I'm the one that's escorting. All right, like don't run over the poor people. You know, they're not to blame for your sporadic driving skills. You know. And don't worry, I'll make sure that Moo Moo touches grass as a robot too. Don't worry, you know, like I'll
Just
fulfill.
gonna go up there like go beep boop beep boop.
Which, if you tune in for tomorrow, Moo Moo, I will be talking about my experiences at the con because I was honored last weekend that I was at my hometown actually, and I was a guest at my hometown anime convention and did a panel, and I even had the opportunity to work with Oshi Live to escort about 15 VTubers that I invited and have them drove the robots like Mario Kart and hosting these meet and greets, which I will talk about that for these next 2 to 3 days, which, you know, I'm sure you would very much would like to hear a lot of these crazy stories.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff, which, hey, maybe one of these days I'll reach out to you like, hey, Moo Moo, would you like for me to escort you around the convention? You know?
That would be nice. I want to drive over people with my little robot Mario Kart thing. Just gonna go vroom vroom.
Okay, you know what? I'm just having the Congors just wrap themselves in bubble wrap, you know, like before they get into the floor, and when Moo Moo gets on the robot, it'd be like, you know, attention Congors, you know, be sure to have your ankles bubble wrapped. And then the children, like, run with the children, run away, you know.
Don't let the children on the floor. They're gonna get run over.
Oh no, like, we need to have a horn attached to the thing, you know. I just be like beep beep beep, you know, like one of those like air horns, you know, like here she comes, you know, here comes the hellhound, you know. But with that in mind, I feel like this is where I will conclude the show, you know. Which thank you guys so much for watching this interview. It really means a lot to me. If you go check out Moo Moo, all over the socials, you know, Moo Moo Guru, you know, both. You know what? I'll show you something before we leave. You know what? I'm gonna show you something. Since you showed me these wonderful pictures and your killer shoes and your Coroni socks, I will show you 2 pictures, right? Just to, you know, just to give you a treat. Okay, so I've cosplayed some of my guests. Let me show you one of those cosplays.
So me. Oh yeah! Wow. He's a short girl.
Yeah, then that's one. And then let me show you because you had this toggle. All right, then let me see if you can beat this.
Oh, I don't think I can compete to that.
No, because I was
That's
bald. I was bald at Offkai.
That's a full-ass Saitama cosplay.
Oh my god, stop it! You know how funny it was to have people just look up to me? Because here's the thing. I weighed over 300 pounds. And then I dropped down to 184 pounds when I went to Offkai. I lost over 100 pounds, mind you. Imagine people saw you like 300 pounds at the first Offkai. And then this past June, I went to Offkai and I weighed 184 pounds. And you see the show differences between my first and the second picture. People come up to me and I was bald. And I was muscular, and people was like, "My God, this man just turned to a Saitama just for this convention." You know, he did the Saitama workout, and my friends was DMing me on Discord like Saitama gifs. So you mentioning that is like reliving those moments of people calling me the VTuber Saitama of the interview scene. You're like, "Oh well, thanks,"
I mean, true.
But I will leave to that, and you're a very wonderful egghead, which thank you guys so much for watching this interview. It means a lot to me if you go check out Moo of all socials on Twitter and all the head pats. Give the bald head a head pat, and also
come around my bald head
and all that. Okay, well, here, I'll head pat my screen, since I'm staring at you. Here, head petting on the bald head. It's not soft as my bald head when I was at Offkai, but
it's for good luck.
Exactly, all the good lucks out there in the world. Any last words you want to say, Moo, before we head out for the day?
I farted 4 times during this interview and nobody heard anything.
You know what? Maybe I have heard them, but I didn't say anything. But I know they were very wonderful. Like I'm sure they were very go niku ni. Like every time you release the gases, you go niku ni. Listen. Men can be kawaii too. But anyways, that's where we're going. Let's see who to raid. I'm sure Moo is very jealous of my niku ni skills. Let's see who to send the people.
The people!
Into my stream. Yes, the people.
People!
The people.
The people!
The people. Let's.
The people!
Yes,
the people! He's sending the people!
Exactly. Thank you, Toad. Which
I got you, brother!
I very much appreciate you. Raid. I'm not typing the raid correctly. I hate this.
Kiwi shoes!
Oh, shut it. I'll bonk your head. There you go. Why is that? Anyways. I typed in the same thing. It is like, oh, it isn't valid. No, it is valid. Oh my god. Twitch, you are cray cray. But
can't relate. I just copy past everything.
Listen, look. But anyways, thank you guys so much. Remember, stay tuned for tomorrow. For the next 2 to 3 days, where I'll talk about my convention recap of what it is like to be a guest, a panelist, and all-around VTuber escort for all the VTubers that I was walking around and doing meet and greets for these 2 to 3 days. And then maybe next time I might invite some more VTubers in my more hometown conventions. Maybe I'll bring Moo with me and their chaotic driving skills and all that fun stuff. Maybe I'll buy them merch. But anyways, thank you guys so much and stay awesome. And I hope you guys have a great day. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Flying S12 says